Welcome back.
You know, it sounds kind of like the Seinfeld music.
No, it doesn't. So we've still got the spooky music in Toronto. Don't really know what the deal is with that. And I'm stopping by to see Meister so that we can pick up the Power Jade. I decided to just save us some time here. It was the last Jade remaining to have been seen yet, so I figured, skip the vote, let's just go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, well, you gotta show everything off.
Yeah.
I mean, this music suggests we're getting near to the end.
You might have something, going there. You might be right. Who knows? So, we're going to be sticking with the Life Jade and now the Power Jade, whose name is Sarah. That's just the default dev name.
They must have known someone named Sarah.
Other than that theory, I don't really know the significance. And, oh no, giant roly-poly.
That seems not good for the residents of Toronto.
And speaking of the residents of Toronto, let's see what they're up to. There was that guy always complaining about the loud noise. He's gone. His apartment's empty.
Oh, dude bailed.
He bailed.
Way to go, hero.
Well, actually, he did the right thing. These two, they're still spending their honeymoon,
quality time together.
Yeah, and the creepy goon. What's the creepy goon have to say for himself? Yes, quote, fixing the wall, end quote, could be the last thing he ever does.
This is a deathbed repentance, isn't it?
No, this is just, well, I'm gonna die the way I lived, watching the newlyweds have sex. Fucking creeper. And let's check on Rubens. Maybe he's got something to say about all of this.
Let me guess. I'm useless. Oh, even better.
Yeah, that's pretty better. That's pretty much better than, anything you could have guessed. Look at that tile of... well, both types of jars had the wrong tile underneath them. It was brown flooring instead of the weird jade green.
Oh, they just didn't have enough tiles to fill it out.
Pay attention to that spot in front of those chairs. Remember that spot. What's this guy have to say?
It's the end of the world and I'm getting shit-faced.
But you can't drink this. Make do with milk.
I have not seen any warriors fighting any monsters out in the town.
Well, you saw how weak they all were. They're probably all dead. Dead. So I think that's enough horsing around. We should probably see our comrades and find out what the game plan is. And they seem surprised to see me. But we did see the dragon.
Well, the Demon King got stronger.
Yes, the evil Bellstorm. That is his name. I went back and checked a video.
Well, that's a pretty rad name.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And Rain bails.
The guy that we've seen fight plenty of times, can clearly take care of the monsters in town.
Man, who wants to fight on his own terms? Fighting fair is for suckers.
You know, if only we could lure Bellstorm into a room and then cast Firestorm before he has a chance to... Wait, this isn't Demon Souls. Also, hey guys,
if only we could summon two bros to come with us.
Where'd they...
Oh, yeah, where'd everybody go? They bailed too.
They took the secret exit that we don't know about.
Yeah, well...
So, I guess there's nothing to do but go ahead and, oh, that spot. Now there's a hole here.
There was a hole here. It's still here.
And actually, you know what, on second thought, oh no, they put me on the right. I was expecting to be on the left again. On second thought, maybe we should train up Sarah and have a significant power boost.
In what would have been a training montage, if indeed we had realized that a montage was called for.
Yeah, this will be quick enough, though. So this is what grinding looks like. I actually, early on, when I was grinding up Pazoon, our Light Jade friend, I did that in the Abel Ruins, but these guys only take 2 hits, and it's much faster than resetting the room every time. I mean, look at this. We're already... Whoop, level 8.
This is only 500%. I mean, think about how tedious this would be if you were doing this in real time.
Just think about how tedious it would be if you were me. Also, I while recording this, I hadn't considered speed up for some reason, and I checked out Sarah's stats, during the speed up time.
It's okay. You can always freeze frame.
Or I could just tell you, what happened there was Sarah got leveled up to level 10, and now it adds 11 power to our base strength.
That seems awfully strong.
You would think so, but, well, the enemies in the upcoming... Oh, Scorpion, fuck that. Oh, nope. Damn. The enemies in the upcoming dungeon actually kinda justify my grinding. And, whoops. He hit the wall, and then unrolled. You don't want to do that, roly-poly man.
Yeah, you want to hit the shield and just die. Die.
I actually figured that out during the practice run. As a kid, I always sidestepped them and then chased them down until they stopped and hit them again.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. And then that happened on accident while practicing, and I thought, oh, well, screw doing it the old way. That's pretty great.
Yeah, it does seem much faster.
Huh. There's a moving floor here. I guess it's implied that's a steep incline.
The dungeon floor is slanty. Angry roly-polies cannot play marbles.
Yeah, oh, gotta get that 1 health. And we are almost...
Almost?
There it is.
Oh, there.
And I believe this is the last floor of the wormhole.
It really looks more sized for the pillbugs, but if you say it's a wormhole...
They said it was a wormhole.
Oh, I don't trust anything they say. They took all your credit.
So here we are, and listen to this rad music.
Yeah, you can kind of rock out.
And check out these sweet enemies disguised as statues, who are still taking 4 hits even after I've done some, power leveling on a strength-boosting Jade friend.
That is kind of impressive.
So my power is hovering around 30, and then the Heavy Maul is adding 15 to that, so we're doing 45 value of damage. I don't know how exactly that translates, but we Like, this is insane.
You're one-shotting everything except the stuff in this dungeon.
Right. And, oh, it turns out Ferris is pretty inexperienced. Great. And let's equip the battle shield before we forget. Because it's actually pretty thematic.
You have a battle coming.
Look at that sweet tower shield we got.
I guess this is the Platinum Shrine?
Yes. We are in the Platinum Dungeon.
Well, I guess that's one better than the Gold Dungeon.
Home of the evil Bellstorm.
Oh hey, I can totally see the difference in the tiles.
Yeah, you get the little cracks in there.
I guess if you're an unobservant little kid, you might miss it. Or me.
And that evil black oil, that black crude.
That Texas tea?
It functions as a bottomless pit. There's no standing in it like the lava. No, it just straight up sends you back to the door that you came in from.
Man, that's actually kind of cruel.
Well, you haven't seen Cruel yet.
No.
I mean, we've already
what could
dealt
possibly be worse?
We've already dealt with bottomless pits. This bottomless pits are nothing.
We've dealt with a maze that randomly generates every time and doesn't ensure a solution.
A maze that randomly shuffles itself while you're still in the room. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh, but Dark Zone.
It belongs to the dark world. It is the source of the dark space.
But I don't understand
Do they
how
mean
entropy
undeniably
is
the source of all?
I don't know.
What?
So, welcome to the Dark Zone. There's a reason I didn't put Pazoon away right away. It's because I wanted to show off that he does jack and or shit in this room.
That's mean.
So remember how I said I wished the Silent Stones were just a straight up maze?
I think I said that, but...
No, I said that. I wished it was just a maze. And, well, got my wish. It's a simple maze, but you can't see any of it. Oh gosh, we're gonna be speeding up as much of these as possible. I mean, if it's not literally...
Less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, then unfortunately we'll have to just go with normal time on it. But I want to speed up as much of those dark segments as possible because it cannot be interesting looking at the black screen. It wasn't interesting playing it. It was frustrating.
Oh god, I hope you had a map.
I did. I had Chrome up in the background with a map from GameFAQs. Now, we all know GameFAQs isn't the most accurate place.
To say it lightly.
And that held true here, but I still applaud the guy for putting together a map of an invisible maze. Accuracy regardless, it still helped me get through this shit.
This one must have been short.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we see that blue door. Come on.
Any time now. Oh, this would frustrate the hell out of me.
Oh,
I just
you should have sped this up.
Nope.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we're back to where we could see things. Finally.
Oh, right.
Right. We still have a locked door to go through.
And your initial instinct, I suppose, would be to go to the left because that's where the next door is. But that's not where the path is.
There's a wall there.
Oh, that's awful.
It gets worse. Next video gets worse. Also, you should check out our menu options. Here, let me pull it up again for you. But what about out here? Oh. So, if you get lost in a maze, you have to fumble your way back to a different door. You can't just reset back to the door you came from.
Oh, that's mean. I'm just gonna keep saying that. It's so mean.
I mean, unless you wanted to waste a warp gate, but, you know.
I mean, the idea of an invisible maze is not particularly new, but not allowing you to mark your way, that's new. and not at all good. I'm
honestly surprised at myself for not having horrible flashbacks to this back in Dark Souls' Crystal Cavern area. With that stupid invisible floor. I maintain that I don't care that you can see the little crystal droplets landing on it. That's way too subtle. It's a bad design decision. Well, I'm calling the Crystal Caverns out.
Oh, I have a cool little electronic game, a Dungeons & Dragons electronic game from like 1983 that's an invisible maze. But it's actually super cool because it comes with a way to mark your way on the maze.
Oh, okay, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, and
it's
it's randomly generated is the best part. Like it's oh man, it's right over there, and it's just too far away for me to go remember the name.
And you know, being able to mark your way is nice. But oh, we got a puzzle.
The Son of Life will sink into. So west, north, east? West, north, east, south, huh?
Sounds like you've already figured it out. I actually have a little bit of an anecdote for this puzzle. My faulty memory made me think this was in the ice castle, but it's actually here.
The platinum helmet?
No,
or that puzzle.
That puzzle. See, as a dumb little kid, I didn't know my compass directions.
That's fair.
And my older brother taught me how to, he taught me a dumb mnemonic for remembering my compass directions. And he would use his finger to point, like, in each of the compass directions while saying, you know, never eat soggy waffles, northeast, southwest. And that's why I know my compass directions today.
Well, that's kind of adorable, actually.
And plus, you know, why would you want to eat soggy waffles?
Sometimes you just don't have a choice.
It's very memorable because, like, really, ugh. Also, you may remember that the Ice Castle had that horrendous X marks the spot puzzle that was necessary for progression.
No, I must have blocked that out of my mind entirely.
Well, this is the only puzzle in this dungeon, and it was for a helmet. The Ice Castle is definitively the worst place, and yet I have fonder memories of it than the rest of the game. And, oh, look at this guy.
Wait, are they magnetic?
Yes, they are.
But
they
platinum
make spooky
isn't,
faces.
Platinum isn't magnetic. That sort of thing only works on ferrous metals.
Well, anyway, those guys, they make a spooky face at you, and then...
and you get drawn in.
Yes.
Flaw in movie.
So, don't let silver blobs make spooky faces at you.
That's a valuable life lesson. All you kids out there watching, just don't let them do it. It's just gonna end badly.
If you see a spooky face, you start jumping away. Running is going to get you away very slowly. You have to jump to get away faster.
You could also put on your shoes or your cape that makes you run faster but lowers your defense.
Or you could drink your nondescript drink. I actually will be using one of those in the next video.
This is also mean.
Less so. I'm going to say I feel okay with this. Because
Well, you just have to plan your path.
Yeah, and then there's a path back. And whoops.
Unless, of course, you miss.
And frustration. Okay. Well, at least it sent me back to where I needed to go. That was a freebie.
Oh, it's pure luck. There's no way this game was intended to work like that.
I can assure you that, yes, there is actually a complete path on the way back.
Oh, what a cool looking key.
Yeah, the keys continue their trend of looking pretty cool and weird. You know, man, we've got more statue hallways. But, oh!
Whoa!
Oh, they're mixing it up!
What's with those guys?
They're like Great Lance, but they actually have a lot of health.
And they don't have a lance?
Well, they're like Great Lance in that they don't have lances.
Ah.
They should have called them, I don't know.
Great Sword? That would have made sense given their weapon.
I think they look like rapiers, or epées. Poking sticks.
Those are thrusting weapons, and...
Yeah, and he's swinging it like a bat, but it totally looks like a
which would make it much more
sword.
like a greatsword.
I still think it looks too thin to be an actual sword. I really do think it's a fencing foil, and he's just, like, whipping you with it.
Well, no wonder it doesn't hurt so much. That just kind of slightly stings. How inconvenient.
Inconvenient. And... oh, hey, look!
What's Barnes doing here?
Well, we need words of encouragement, or discouragement, as it were. Thanks for reminding us that time is growing short, instead of, you know, saying something like, hey man, you can do it!
Well, that's not how your friends work. Your friends work by stealing all the credit and the money.
And the money. So these guys have the north-facing advantage, and I still beat them. In the stream that you were absent for, we established that whoever attacks northwards has an advantage because of the wonky sprite work.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And
what?
oh, here's a weird one-time use gimmick.
It's a teleport maze.
And a pretty crappy one at that. I'm already there.
You had a solution. I bet that would have annoyed the hell out of somebody who didn't have a GameFAQs solution at hand.
Hey, it was just a map. It didn't actually have the teleporter solution. I practiced my way through that.
Couldn't let us feel some of your frustration, huh?
Well, I don't know. I think that would make for a bad... And oh dear. Really? 2 of these guys on breakable floors? Ow.
Oh, that sucks. Oh no.
This room gets a little worse. You probably already noticed it.
All the tiles around the thing are breakable, aren't they?
And there's no way back. So let's just grab the royal armor now, and whoa, whoa. Okay, they can't. Nope, I win.
Indeed.
I win.
That's winning, all right.
And oh no 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 no!
Into the mud. The only way that could be meaner is if resetting the room also reset your item progress.
Thankfully, it does not, to my knowledge.
No, you kept the armor after you.
Well, after I fell, yes, but after resetting the room, I actually
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not sure on
after
that.
falling is what I meant.
Yeah. And, whoops, I was supposed to go in the middle. And now we go, yep, there we go.
How we doing? Yeah, there.
And, and now we never see that gimmick again. It's gone.
That's
Put it
good.
out of your
Teleport
mind.
mazes are the worst. The literal worst. No one should ever
Okay.
use them.
And you know what? Let's see some more of the dungeon next time.
Alright. This ought to be fun.
Oh.